Good morning. We are in Rowan County, North Carolina. How is that for a front yard? Better yet, how is that for an RV campsite? 30 amp and water. Can't beat that. Got a little laundry going. We've just been hanging out visiting with family for the last several days. 2 more days and we're back on the road. Today we're going to go pay a visit to the Transportation Museum in Salisbury, North Carolina. We're also going to pop by the train depot. It's only fitting. We go to the train depot the same day we go to the Transportation Museum. We're going to visit a couple of other places in Salisbury as well. So let's go check it out. I'm at the North Carolina Transportation Museum. Not sure how well you can hear me over the train, but we're about to get on the train and take a 25-minute ride. Diesel electric locomotive giving us a tug. And after our train ride, we're gonna go tour all of the exhibits here at the museum. And there looks like there's quite a few of them. I'm excited. A little train ride on a hot summer day. We'll give you a shot from here. Check it out. It's July 3rd, 2018. Salisbury, North Carolina, at the North Carolina Transportation Museum. Not gonna bore you with a whole bunch of, well, I'm gonna try to make this interesting and not overwhelm you with museum stuff. It's nice and cool in here on this train. What you got? Sit somewhere where we go. All right, I always have a special place in my heart for the caboose, especially the red caboose. This is Seaboard. There we go. Ooh, a crane. That is cool. That is just, that's cool. Cabooses and cranes. I don't know. I'm just fascinated by them all. Look at the size of the gear on this thing. So this is actually a diesel electric crane, I think. Pretty sure. Check this out. I wonder if I can open the door. It's a flight simulator. It's actually called a flight duplicator. Raleigh. It's a full-size replica of the Raleigh. Now, how cool is that? The Wright brothers. Now, this is interesting. I'm not going to go through each and every panel, but it talks about the Wright brothers and the creation of their plane, Kitty Hawk. And I guess it only makes sense since they had their first flight down at Kitty Hawk. And this is a really interesting panel. From Kitty Hawk to the moon in 66 years. Now, it really kind of sums it up. It went from that to that. 66 years. Wow. This is an actual working live steam model. This part of the museum is just kind of showing the roundhouse, what the shop looked like. Comes to railroads, these are what I get into. The narrow gauge. Smoke hood. That's what they wore when they were going through tunnels. Can you imagine? We complain about the heat today. Those guys running the steam locomotives, they were hot. And there's just so much here. You could spend all day reading the placards. Pullman car. Wish they'd let us tour the Pullman car. This is an Army military transport. Hospital.
The hospital trains were then sent to the West Coast to assist with the transportation of injured soldiers arriving from the Pacific until 1946.
A little head.
Although they saw limited action during the Korean War, the glory days of the hospital train had come to an end. U.S. Army Hospital Car number 89480, which now resides at the NC Transportation Museum, was classified as surplus in 1972. By 1978, the car that had rescued so many soldiers needed rescuing itself. Help came in the form of Dr. D.E. Ward and the North Carolina Medical Society, which paid $4,000 to obtain the car for historical preservation.
That's pretty amazing.
In 2007, and now,
Look at the kitchen, the galley.
welcomes visitors aboard as a permanent exhibit at the North Carolina Transportation Museum in Spencer.
That's incredible. Postal car.
They are approaching a non-stop station.
So we actually thought that was just something you see on TV, the catcher arm. It was a real thing.
With one hand, he tossed the cards out and down, assisted with his foot. With the other hand, he brought down the
Now, throughout his journeys, he made friends. One wrote this poem in his honor. Only is a trap.
That's pretty cool. We have finished the roundhouse. Lots of cool stuff in there. We could actually stayed a whole lot longer if we were reading each and every plaque. We're gonna go check out these other two exhibit buildings, see what there is over there. caught my attention. This old gantry crane. Okay, so that would carry pieces of train equipment to the lye tank. Okay, so there's a Prairie Schooner. Can you imagine coming across? I mean, we've been traveling in our motor home, and we kind of complain sometimes about the rough roads. I think that would really have Yappy complaining about rough roads right there. What is that? A circus wagon. That puts today's ladder trucks in a whole new perspective, doesn't it? More modern, American La France ladder truck. Okay, so this is all about the personal transportation. Now, check that out. That looks like it's almost handicap accessible. Corvair. Ramp side pickup. This room is hot. There's no airflow in here. Oh, now that's cool. I like that pickup. I like that one too. I like that. They just don't make pickups with class like this anymore. You know? This is an electric car. See, the electric car is not a new thing. The SUV is nothing new. That's an SUV for you. We have finished our visit to the North Carolina Transportation Museum. The only thing we have left to do is hike back over to the car. Berber Station. I sure wish I'd have brought the scooter. Well, here we find ourselves at the Salisbury train depot. This community was established in 1753. Man, 1753. Can you imagine? We're getting a grand tour of Salisbury and seeing a lot of old, cool buildings. Trains have a special place in my heart, but I really thought that that would need to be paired with a visit to this really cool train depot. It's a really interesting town. Of course, it looks like most of the depot buildings are no longer occupied. We'll go wander around, see what else we can find here in Salisbury, North Carolina. Well, our journey through the town of the community of Salisbury has brought us to the Salisbury VA facility, which is what all this is over here. And we're currently in the new National Cemetery in Salisbury, North Carolina. I think it's fitting that we pay a visit on the eve of 4th of July. $11,000 soldiers
In that mass grave right there?
in those mass graves.
Good. Where did know was that man?
In that open field out there.
Oh.
That is there are trench graves for 11,000 soldiers that died.
They were dying like